everyone, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel. So Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I don't know about you, but I love all things pumpkin and cinnamon and apples and all of that. So I thought I would share with you guys my 3 healthier dessert recipes that are perfect for the fall time and especially perfect for Thanksgiving. So the first recipe I'm going to be sharing with you guys is for a low-calorie crustless pumpkin pie. Now I know what you're thinking. A lot of you think that you can't have pie without the crust, but for me, I actually do not like pie crust at all. So this recipe is actually perfect for me. It has all the same flavors of pumpkin pie, and it's going to come out just as warm and gooey and delicious. And hopefully you guys won't miss the crust as well. And it's a great alternative to traditional pumpkin pie that I think would be great if you're hosting Thanksgiving at your house. You can make this and have it for your guests, or if you want to bring it somewhere and you make sure you can have some of it, or have this along with a regular one, and just whatever you guys prefer. But for me, I love this, and I'm definitely having this pumpkin pie for me and my family, as well as some other things for Thanksgiving this year. So all of the recipe will be down below, measurements and all of that. But I have all the ingredients right here, so let's get started on this crustless pumpkin pie. So the first thing you're gonna need is some pumpkin. I think this was a whole can. It's not pumpkin pie mix, it's just canned pumpkin. And it was a whole 15-ounce can. So I'm gonna put that in. So while I was on my weight loss journey, I actually, for the first, I think, few Thanksgivings, I actually didn't even have any dessert. And I ate my own food, did my own thing, and that was kind of, not really the way to be living and being with your family and depriving yourself, So I wanted to do something where I could keep my goals in mind, but still have something sweet after Thanksgiving, or still, be included in the Thanksgiving festivities that my family were doing or eating. And so that's why I think these recipes are perfect. So I'm adding the pumpkin. Now this is half and half. I think down below on the recipe I'm using, you can use a different milk substitute if you want, but half and half works perfect. And then it's sugar, and I'm using stevia, but again, feel free to use whatever sugar you prefer. And then it's 2 egg whites, or on the recipe it says egg substitute if you don't eat egg. And then it's pumpkin pie seasoning, but you can always add cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, whatever you want if you don't have pumpkin pie seasoning. And then you literally just mix it all up. I'm gonna go to my whisk. And it's really as simple as that. So even when I was at my heaviest, I would eat pie, but I would always eat the inside of the pie. I would never eat the crust. So I thought this was genius to make pie, save on some calories, save on all that, and just leave the crust out altogether. If you are someone who likes crust, there's definitely different recipes out there that are lower calorie crust, or a different way to do it. But I just thought this was perfect. So you're gonna whisk it all together, and then I'm gonna get a greased pie tin. You can either get a glass one or the tin one, and then we're gonna pour this in, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like after. So I have my pie dish. I sprayed it with non-stick, like the baking cooking spray, and I'm just gonna pour this mixture right in. So I know the holidays are a really hard time to stay on track, especially if you're trying to lose weight or become more healthy, or just keep your goals in mind. And if you are choosing to just, enjoy yourself on Thanksgiving, not worry about it, eat and, eat regular things, that's totally fine. That's totally your decision to do. There's not like a right or a wrong. My only thing that I recommend is just be mindful of everything you're eating. Don't completely throw everything out the door. and just kind of watch. Just be mindful. That's all. But if you're gonna go in, eat the pumpkin pie, everything else, go for it. But I just thought I would share with you guys what I do and what desserts I like eating and making for Thanksgiving. Now that this is inside the pie dish, I'm gonna put it into a preheated 350-degree oven, and it's gonna go in for about 50 minutes, but you can kind of check or shake it, and if it's kind of more solid, then it's probably ready to go. So I'm gonna go put this in the oven now. Cook well, little pumpkin pie. So the next recipe I'm going to share with you guys is something I love even more than pumpkins, which is chocolate. And these are pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. You can obviously leave the chocolate chips out. The recipe I think is just for the oats, the pumpkin, and the cinnamon or the sugar. And then the cinnamon, peanut butter, and chocolate chips that I will be adding are optional, but I think they are really delicious, and who doesn't love chocolate? So you bring these to any gathering and you'll be a superstar for sure. So I'm going to mix a cup of pumpkin, again, not pumpkin pie, just canned pumpkin. I think cookies are probably one of my favorite desserts besides like ice cream. Well, donuts, but besides ice cream, I think cookies take the top spot. Then I'm gonna add in the oats. I think it was 2 cups. We'll get that mixed together. So every year for Thanksgiving, everyone comes to my mom's house, and my mom cooks, and she cooks a feast. There's only usually around 10 of us every year, but she cooks for like 50. So it's really great to kind of have us all come together and have food. And especially if you can bring some of your healthy options, you don't have to worry about it. And you're still enjoying it with everyone. I know I like making these desserts, like I said, and everyone tries them and enjoys them with me as well. So you still get to have the dessert and enjoy time with family and friends, but without all the calories that come with it, which is something that I love. So these cookies definitely come with me, or some version of cookies usually, all the time for our Thanksgiving at my mom's house. So then I'm going to put a little bit of stevia. Again, whatever sugar you prefer. I'm going to mix that in and try not to make a mess. So for me, what helps me get through the holidays, especially when there's all the baked goods out, is just focusing on what's truly important about the holiday, which is being with friends and family. You know, don't go in and thinking of this as like a holiday to stuff your face and eat whatever you want, but think of it and remember the real importance of what this holiday is giving thanks, being grateful and thankful for your family, your friends, your health, your happiness, and just surrounding yourself with people you love and that who love you. And I find reminding myself of that really helps me get through the holidays, and it's not just like a feeding fest, you know, and eating as much as you can. So I'm also adding a little bit of peanut butter. Any nut butter would work. Almond butter would be really good as well. But Kevin loves peanut butter, so we'll use peanut butter this time. My little cookie monster. So Kevin and I, if you didn't know, are actually bakers, which everyone's like, oh, it must have been so hard when you were losing weight, you know, and you're baking all of these things. And it actually wasn't that bad for me because it gave me time to actually play with different recipes and ingredients and take some of my favorite baked goods and some of Kevin's favorite baked goods and find different ways to make them healthier and a little bit cleaner and to fit into my healthier lifestyle. So it actually helped me a little bit. And to be honest, I'm more of a salty more than a sweet type of person. So baking didn't really affect me too much. It kind of helped me in a way. So now I'm going to add cinnamon. Get that mixed in. Again, try not to make a mess. If you like cinnamon, you know, you can add more, less. I just find it gives these cookies a really great flavor. And it tastes like the holidays, I think. Cinnamon always reminds me of Thanksgiving and being warm and cozy, and it's just that smell that brings back so many memories. All right, and this is optional again, but I'm gonna add in about a half a cup of chocolate chips. I really like the Lily's chocolate chips. They're actually made with stevia, but there's also non-dairy ones, which would be a great option. Whoa! Which would be a great option. Come back here, little guys. But again, regular chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chips, whatever you like, what works best for you. But I really like the Lily's dark chocolate. That's my favorite. So now that it came together, and see, it's really like cookie consistency. So I'm gonna make them into little balls and put them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Try to keep them the same size. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. So my little trick, instead of doing my hands, I don't know what I was thinking, wasn't, obviously. Get a little ice cream scoop, and you know, I have this little one, and they'll come out the same size, and you don't have to worry about it. So I'm back, and it made about 20 cookies. I'm gonna put these into a 350-degree preheated oven and do it for about 12 to 15 minutes, but I'm probably gonna check them around 10 just to see, because sometimes it takes a little bit less. Just make sure you don't burn them. And I have to say, the smell right now of just smelling it like this and the pumpkin pie in the oven, it smells like Thanksgiving. It really does. So I'm gonna go put these into the oven, maybe try a little bit of the extra dough before it's baked, and I will show you guys what they look like after. So I'm back with my third and final dessert that I'm going to be sharing with you guys for today. And this is actually something that I have when it's even not Thanksgiving, but every Thanksgiving you can guarantee for dessert, this is what I'm having. It's my absolute favorite, baked apples with vanilla ice cream on top. It's really warm and gooey and sweet, and you top it with a little vanilla ice cream, and it's so good. So I'm going to take you guys over to the stove and show you how to make this recipe. I'm going to turn the stove on to about medium heat and put the apples in. This is one apple, one big apple, but if you're doing it just for yourself, you could do it an apple, half an apple, more apples if you're cooking it for more people. Like I said, you can always do this in the microwave, but you just want them to get nice and soft and get all their juices released and delicious. You can let them go and get as soft as you like them, but when they really start getting soft and you can feel it, that's when I add my cinnamon and my sugar. It smells so good. I'm gonna let this go for a minute, and I'm gonna go grab our ice cream. Alright. So now it released like some of the juice, the apples with the cinnamon. I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna pour it into a bowl. And then I'm going to take my vanilla ice cream, any type that you like, yum, and I'm going to do a few scoops on top, maybe just one more small one. right. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know down below if you're going to try any of these treats. Please make sure to tag me. I would love to see your creation of these, and let me know what you think or what your favorite treat for Thanksgiving is, or anything for the fall, really. I'd love to try out new recipes. So thank you so much for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving. May it be sweet and thankful and full of love, and I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.